Finally, Crookes Brothers. This one was founded a hell of a long time ago, back in the 1860s. A guy called Samuel Crookes planted some cane at a place called Renishaw on the KwaZulu Natal South Coast. Fabulous. Listed on the JSE in 1948. Today produces a range of primary agricultural products, sugar, but yes, also fruit in the Cape. Market capitalization of 878 million, so quite a small one. Price to earnings ratio of 7.4, dividend yield of 4.3. So Gary, this is a stock that gets kind of ignored, right? And I think it's probably because it's, relatively illiquid. No one really pays it much attention, but it's not just got reasonable market cap. And some of those fruit businesses have done well. They've done two fairly chunky sales recently, one of land in Komatipoort, and then most recently they sold a farm down in the Bredasdorp area for some big number of rands. So, I mean, any thoughts on this one? Is this one that's a sort of undiscovered gem, perhaps?
I think it could be an undiscovered gem. I mean, like you say, I don't look at this one hardly at all, but I mean, that's also partly because of the free float. I mean, it's about 20% free float, and you can see that in the share price. I mean, you've got those very liquid, flat movements in the share, which is always, it's difficult for a trader to go and buy and sell that when there's so much, very limited supply of shares in issue. But overall, reading the company, I mean, you sort of get the feeling that this is an old-timey, they've invested in cane, but they've branched out to bananas and deciduous, and it seems like they've got plans to sort of like go and buy a whole lot of farms. Then you start looking at the management and you suddenly just see CA. And these are very competent guys that have stepped down from the boards of Anglo and that, and they sort of retire into this little Crookes Brothers, which...
Plus two mates of mine, Malcolm Rutherford, member Dimension Data, and Anthony Hewitt, who was at Brait Metier, so both also strong
Exactly,
folks.
very, very qualified, very competent management. And also it seems like you retire and go and become a director at Crookes. But no, a very interesting company. I mean, so one that I would like to look into a lot more, but difficult to trade.
And that's subject to the same vicissitudes of all the global market issues.
Exactly. I mean, it's still a large portion of their revenue also coming from sugarcane, depressed prices. If those recover, Crookes, I'm sure the share price will move in line with that.
Okay, so overall, hot, not hot?
Yeah, I'm going to go hot. If you can get it, I'll give it.
Let's give them the benefit of hot. We'll look into it further. Sounds like a good one.